What's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I'm coming at you guys early, 7 a.m. But it's been a rough week for AMD. It's been a rough month, I would say, for AMD. We saw this high at 130, right? But this high that was made at 130 this month, about 130, 128, right? We know where the stock can go. We know that it's at least fair valued. I would say 155, 52, at least. That type of stock. And why is it down? Why is it not moving up? There's a lot of things you have to keep in consideration. Long-term wise, I would never use AMD as a long-term investment, okay? You have to look at certain reasons to invest in a company. One of those reasons I look at is dividend yield, okay? What is this stock going to give me back? I don't always want to invest and hold and just pray the stock goes up, and that's how I make money, okay? So that's one of the reasons why I would not have AMD as a long-term stock, but I would hold it for at least 2 years. 2 years, in my opinion, is kind of long, but it's more of a midterm investment. Anything more than 5 years to me, or more than 4 years, is a long-term investment. Now, let's dig deep into why this week is big for AMD. They have earnings this week. February 4th is earnings. I've been telling you guys, AMD can go to 135. This stock can go to 140. Okay, the stock being down doesn't significantly mean the earning is going to be bad. They can still have good sales. They can still hit their goal, how many sales they want to make per month. You guys have to realize businesses have their they have their yearly analysis already out before the year starts. So a semiconductor like AMD, right, they probably already have their yearly goals they want to hit, and they made those probably in November of 2024. Okay, this is a big company we're talking about. We're not talking about a little business. We're not talking about a little, a little shop down the street. This is a technology, software, chips development, PCs. This is a gaming, it's in the gaming industry, AI industry. So why is earnings important? Well, quarterly performance. Okay, I said investors and analysts look at AMD earnings to gauge the company's financial health. So a lot of investors, including you, including me, we both want to see how this company is doing when they produce their earnings, okay? Now, if their earnings are good, right, what is a lot of people going to do? They're going to buy, okay? I always tell you guys, look at examples, okay? IBM is one of those stocks that after earnings, it exploded, okay? We look at this plateau Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We see nothing. It's flat, right? But what pushed the stock up? Well, it was earnings. Okay, it had one of the best days. It goes 14% up. Now, what does this tell you about Nvidia? What does it tell you about AMD? This month is huge. Okay, AMD fell 17% last month. That's last month. We don't care about all the DeepSeek AI, blah blah. I'll tell you guys, people, news gets out. People look at it. People think they overthink, they overreact, they sell off, right? And look what happens when they realize, oh, this company is still dominant. They buy more, okay? And that's exactly what you need to do. But I think Nvidia was a bit of an overreaction, right? Compared to AMD, they're kind of at a similar price right now, 120, 117. The lowest we've seen Nvidia hit was about 118. What did I do at 117? I bought. What did I do at 121? I bought more, right? And what am I constantly doing at dips? I'm buying, okay? 5 right here, 2 trades right here, another 2, right? I'm slowly growing this, and I'm also making my safe investments on the side, which is my ETF. Okay, I told you guys, always make sure you have that safe investment on the side you're doing. If you're younger, okay, don't worry too much about the ETF. Okay, do it. I mean, if you have $1,000, take 200, 300, put it in a safe investment, right? But the next 600, 700, you want to work with a company like AMD, Nvidia, Walmart, right? Make those investments, okay? But let's go back to AMD and let's talk about why this indicates importance. So this includes revenue, profit margins, and whether it has met or exceeded analysts' forecasts. So that basically means, people in Wall Street, and you got, a lot of YouTubers, TikTokers, people that are super, they're just super tapped in. They're super focused. They're doing financial reports. They're writing down every financial metric of a company, operating margin, and PE ratio, and they're studying the intrinsic value. These are terms that are super advanced, and if you don't know them, that's fine. It's basically terms and key metrics to see if a company is doing how it's supposed to be doing. Number one thing, if you don't want to do all this research, totally fine. You know what you should do? Look up AMD earnings report on YouTube, or look at it up on Safari after February 4th, and you will see if the numbers are green, you're in a good spot. If the numbers are red, you're in a bad spot. Okay. Now, semiconductors is in a highly competitive market. I mean, look at this. We have AMD here, we got Nvidia, and we got DeepSeek coming out, right? We got other sneaky AI slash technology industry sectors that are always boosting up. And here's one thing about technology or AI or any type of new new wave of technology. You can be at your peak, right? For example, AMD $210 stock. People thought this was, this is going. I heard people say this is going to 300. Start of 2024, start of middle of the month, they were like, it's going back up to 200, and then you always see a huge sell-off, but you're going to see that move back up just because of buying power, just because of earning reports, right? And slowly, okay, if a competitor like Nvidia is just soaking all the profits, what's going to happen to the stock? It's going to start plummeting, right? And that's going to lead to something like this, like AMD is facing. But look at your average cost, okay? Look at, 122 is, so all I need is a 130, 132, and I can get out. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm going to take my investment and go to somewhere like Shell, Walmart, right? Make a safer investment, which is ideal because I'm already deep into Nvidia, okay? So you have to realize semiconductors is in a highly competitive market, so you need to make safer investments now. I'm going to write this down. Safe investments. What are safe investments? Okay. They're ETFs. Okay. You got the S&P 500. You got something like reality income pays a good dividend yield. You got something like VOO, right? You got something like I said Walmart is a good safe investment. You got NOY, another dividend yield, right? So have some of these, have at least two of these in your portfolio. You got QQM. This is from everybody on besides Cash App. Okay, QQM is not on Cash App. Okay, I got placed for somebody who's not even on Cash App. If you're on Cash App, you could go QQQ. QQQ, it is another ETF that is on Cash App. Take advantage of this. This is cheaper than the S&P 500, and yearly it's up 21%. Compare that to the S&P 500, right? Yearly that's up 22%. So you can pick and choose, make your decisions based off that, but this yearly percentage always goes up or down. You can have a year down 20%, you can have a year down up 23-25%. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so especially with the growing demand for chips in sectors like gaming, data centers, and AI, this earnings report will provide insights into how broader semiconductor industry is performing, especially in supply chain issues or economic shifts. Okay, so when we're talking AMD, okay, we not only want our AI chips to be producing, but we want our you want your taxes to be slightly low for big companies, so they can have more money to work with and they can invest that money back in. Now, if AMD is in debt, right? It's a lot of companies can be in debt. Okay, Nvidia was in debt. Okta, another company, is in debt, but they were pulling a lot of money in. Okay, this company was pulling in a lot of money, even though they're in debt. They're pulling in a lot of money. What happens? Oh, they go up. okay? Because what do people think is happening when a company is getting a lot of money, right? When a company is pulling in a lot of money, they have more capital, more cash to work with. So what you can do with that is you can invest in yourself, for example, your company, and make your company better. Now, Okta, again, no dividend yield. So I didn't invest again in a company with no dividend yield, right? So, but I am gonna hold. I'm gonna hold this if I see you pull back down to 89, 90, right? Because this is a big gap. This is a crazy gap. If it can keep going from up here, then, this is like the start of 2024 Nvidia run gap. So if it can keep going up from here, I mean, hats off to this company. Hats off to you if you got in this. I talked about the stock and I had it on red, but it turned out to be pretty green. Okay, so just keep these things in mind. That's why earnings report is so big for AMD. This week is going to be huge. Fingers crossed for a green earnings report, but make sure you're taking somewhat of a risk with companies like Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, AMD. Technology is the wave you don't want to miss out, but have some safe investments, that you're making on the side in an ETF or a high yield dividend paying stock. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I hope this month is nothing but green. Okay, it's gonna happen sooner or later. Nvidia is gonna bounce back in about 2 weeks after AMD. That's what I'm believing, because they have earnings this month as well. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you for 300 subscribers. Keep commenting. Let me know how my videos are. Let me know if if you're getting the simple information that I'm putting out like this. Okay, thank you for watching earnings week. Stay up, don't get lost. Thank you.